Yo, what's good, yo? So, like, yo, guys, I just want to share some quick information with you. You understand? About like something that is going to help you to overcome a lot of things, actually, that seem to be the problem, or that might seem to be the problem, or that will ever seem to be the problem. Understand? Because you have to understand that, like, there's the normal you, right? And then there's the natural you. You understand? And the normal you is designed by pretty much the external environment. You understand? Everything that is external, every external stimuli creates the normal you. You understand? And then on the other side, you have the natural you. So it seems like as much as we are growing, like, say for example, I would say that I can't shoot these videos because of I live in a noisy environment like this, but I don't have to control anybody. You understand? All I have to do is find a better spot for me to do what I do, you know, and so that I won't have to end up acting out in a way that I shouldn't naturally be acting out. You understand? But I would normally act out that way. That's what I'm saying. Things that are natural are much more in tune with God, and things that are normal are much more in tune with the limited mind of people. Understand? And people don't understand how limited their minds are, you know, and just based upon how they themselves decide to make it be like that. You understand? And one thing that limits other people, like people's minds, basically, is to pay attention into other people's businesses too much. Understand? Like, if the only thing that helped me to actually become in tune or come into alignment with who I naturally am is just minding my own business, like not even wanting to hear nothing that's going to basically destroy my energy. Understand? Even though energy can be destroyed and it can be this, but anything that sucks out my energy, understand, I won't even like flinch over it. You understand? So now I want us to be aware of something, right? That there's the natural you, right, which is created by your life as you've been living it. And some of you have been living fake lives. You understand? You've been having a double identity just based upon the people who raised you, who have the double identity themselves, you know. But it's not even about that, because that's just gonna give you a victim mentality as well. All I want you to take from this video is to understand that as much as you are growing, like as much as people who are around you, or as much as how you look at yourself with the people around you, that you are normally growing this way, there's another way that you are naturally growing. So it's like a tree branch. Understand? As much as you are normally growing, or as much as you are physically growing this way, you are spiritually or you are naturally going the other way. Understand? And you know this physical body will die very soon. Understand? What's gonna be left, and it won't just die, it's gonna die based upon how you treat it and how far long you willing to take it. You understand? So now when you start to look at your spiritual side, you start to realize that you are growing infinitely. So everything that is expressed on the natural side, on the physical side, right, on the normal side, the boring side, the stupid side, the limited, the lame side, the weak side, and everything that is there on the normal side is a reflection of what is unlimited on the spiritual side. So on this other side, you are just naturally growing and expanding, while on this side you are naturally shrinking and going back. But yo, like, the way it's so deeper, the only example I can make is to just look at the universe. Understand? If you can look at it from where it started, right, if you were to go back where it started, you're gonna look at it like it's shrinking, right? But if you're gonna look at it from where it ended, you're gonna look at it like, I mean, from where it started, it's going to look like it's expanding, and which is on the non-physical side where we can see, right, and where we see, which is on the physical. When you start to look at life from that, then you can see that it's shrinking. Understand? That's why even like, but I'm not even trying to go too into scientists, whatever, because even scientists know that like their first discoveries, right, was like about the universe actually shrinking. They was thinking that it's shrinking, right? And now they've just released other information to say, okay, it's expanding now, but it goes to show that, okay, in the first time they were looking at it from that side. Now this time they've decided to look at it from this side, which is from the natural side, from its essential, from its essence, to say, okay, this is what's happening essentially. So that's what I want you to do. I want you to stop looking at yourself like fundamentally, if I can put it, or like how you have been programmed already. Understand? Because it's going to be very much harder to actually realize that you are programmed. Especially the older you become, it's like the older it fades away. Like that's why a lot of people, right? But not during these times, but back then, right? You would find a lot of elders going crazy. Understand? It's because of exactly that. But elders today, like, not at least some of them, they are smart enough to know that you have to, like, nothing grows. You understand? You just have to, like, it's not like we are growing. This body is just maturing and getting us ready, getting us prepared to expand spiritually, basically, But like, that's not, we're gonna talk about these things as we get on the live streamings, right? So on this one, I just wanted to tell you that, like, and I want you to share this with your families, guys. If you can watch this video, you have to share it with your family, because a lot of people, right, they're gonna live their whole life and they're gonna die without ever knowing what they possess, and some of them, they have a lot of good stuff to offer to the world. They have a lot of important information to share to the world, but they are being distracted by stupid things, things that don't need to be in place, but they need to be in place since they are in place. But all I'm saying is, some things you don't have to look at them as a distraction. You can actually shout louder than them. You can actually run faster than them. You can actually talk louder than them. You can, like, you can be more of yourself than all of them. You understand? So you don't have to worry about, and by that you are actually helping other people to be themselves, whether they want to or not. Like, people don't understand that, like, once you see a highlight, right, once you see a highlight about somebody, it opens a vortex in your own experience to say that needs to be filled up. Understand? Like, once there are some things that when you see in life, you can never fill up that gap until you get the reflection yourself of yourself in that gap. Understand? And the more you try to look to fill that gap with what you have seen. So say, for example, if other people will try to use me as an excuse to be themselves, then they are only going to be themselves for as long as I've been myself. You understand? So with this channel, I'm not trying to teach you that. I'm trying to teach you to actually see nature and what is telling you, not what I'm telling you, because me, I'm just translating these vibrations into words that you can now hear for yourself and say, okay, I've heard it, now it's all on me. You understand? But all you have to understand, right, is that as much as you are growing normally, like a normal kid, according to stupid society's standards, because they are lame, weak, very low. You understand? We are not meant to think like this of ourselves, But anyway, if you are normal, right, if you are normally growing in this direction, you have to understand that you are also naturally growing in another direction. And for as long as you stick to the normal way of growing, then you are going to hit a wall. You understand? Because that's a very limited way of looking at yourself, and it's never the way nature meant us to look at ourselves. Trees don't look at themselves that way. Nothing that is conscious looks at itself that way. Only we humans have the ability to do that. So you just have to, when like we grow to come to this realization that okay, the body never grows. It might happen to look like it grows, but it's just maturing like a fruit. It's just getting riper and riper and riper, while the spirit, the energy that's inside the body, is getting ready to be used on the next life. You understand? So that's basically what it means. So now if you can already be in tune with this energy and just flow with it, then already you've done the first step. You understand? You've done the first step of being as natural as you can be. You understand? As natural as you can. Like, don't be as normal as you can be as natural as you can be, because being normal has destroyed many lives. Understand? It has made a lot of people to do things that they didn't need to do, or to look at themselves how they was never meant to look at themselves, and they ended up going through paths that they didn't need to go through, because of, again, that's what I'm saying, like, but you'll come in alignment with that as you go on and watch my other videos. Understand? So hit the soul in the belly.